Hello people, I'm Bharat Acharya. Welcome to a new lecture. Today we are seeing MCQs on C programming. Yes, you're a first year student, you're learning C right now. This is useful to you. You're a final year student. Placements are going on right now. This is the peak of the placement season. Yes, your interview questions will involve programming and there will be many questions like these. In our course of C programming, we've discussed more than 250 MCQ questions with their solutions. Many of them are gate questions also. Yes, of course. If you're preparing for gate, these are very much the kind of questions you get there. Okay, let's begin. The first one, of course, I've kept the first one very simple. It's a warm-up and then the intensity will increase. Come. So question number 1, int A7, B3 and X. X is A divided by B. What is X? Simple, straightforward question. A, B and X are integers. A is 7, B is 3, X is 7 divided by 3. Now we all understand 7 divided by 3 will be 2.33, correct? So X should be, give me your answer. 2.33, 1, 2, none of the above. Come on, give me your answer. Yes, if you think it's 2.33, you are wrong. Why? The correct answer is 2 because, give me the answer. Yes, you have to pay attention to the details. There's a saying, God is in the details. So true. If this was float, then 7 divided by 3 would have been perfect, 2.33. A float operation takes the whole division. In integer division, since these are integers, the division is only the quotient value. There will be no fraction in the answer. The quotient is 2, so your correct answer is 2. If you made a mistake in this one, it's only because you're a little careless, you didn't pay attention to the detail. Otherwise, this is not a tough question at all. Like I said, it's a warm-up question, but pay attention to small details. Are you ready for the next one? Let's go ahead. All right, so let's begin with the next one. This is one level higher. Pay more attention. Let's begin. Int A is 10, B is 4 and Y. So again, they are integers. I'm sure you won't make the same mistake again. A slash means a divide but only get you the quotient. And what is this percentage sign? Does this mean anything? Yes, it does. It means divide and just get me the remainder. So this division will give you the quotient. This division will give you the remainder. That's the hint I gave you. Now, I want you to try solving this by yourself. I'm going to wait for 1 minute, not like exactly 1 minute. You can pause the video, of course, but solve it by yourself. Absolutely necessary. Just watching me doing it is not going to help you. It's like watching someone swim and thinking, I know how to swim. You don't. Just know how to watch. So yeah, don't just watch someone solve these. Do it by yourself. What's the worst that can happen? You'll make a mistake. But that's how you'll come to know where you're going wrong and where you need improvement. Come on. I hope you solved. I hope you got some answer. Now let's go ahead. I don't memorize answers, so I won't even know. We'll solve it together. We'll get the answer. Come on. So y is equal to, first of all, A divided by B. Now what is A? You know division will happen first. BODMAS, you know the basic rule, right? So 10 divided by 4. Now 10 divided by 4 is 2 is the quotient, 2 is the remainder. So we get 2 as the quotient multiplied by B. B is 4. 2 into 4. Now 2 into 4 is 8. So this part equates to 8. We've got so much so far. Plus A percentage B. Now A percentage B. A is 10 percentage B means divide by B, but this time just give the remainder. 10 divided by 4. 2 is the quotient, 2 is the remainder. So what you get over here is just 2. So altogether you get 10. So the correct answer to this question is 10. If this is what you got, great. You're doing good. If you didn't, if you made a mistake somewhere, please see where you made the mistake, correct yourself, improve. It doesn't matter whether you got it wrong here. What matters is you have to get it correct when it is important. During placement, on that table, during aptitude test, or during your technical test of placement, or during gate exam, whatever exam you're preparing for. At that place, you have to get it right. Here, you make a mistake, no problem. It's an opportunity for you to learn. Let's go ahead. Now, the next question. Oh, I have done some twist over here. There is some integer variable, there is some floating point variable. Now pay attention. This is going to test your understanding of variables and data types. This is typically a gate, ISRO, BRC kind of a question. Are you clear? You won't find the exact numbers because what's the point of giving the exact numbers? I'm going to play around them, but the kind of question is pretty much that level. Come on. Int A7, B is 3. So A7, B is 3, both are integers. Float X. X is a floating point number. Are you clear? Now, x is equal to a divided by b plus a divided by b again, you know what is that percentage, it's the remainder, plus 2 into, and that is not just 2, it's 2.0, does it matter? Let's see, into, I think I just gave some hints, into a divided by b. What is the value of x? Again, I'm giving you 1 minute, pause the video, solve it. Come on, be serious. This is the third question of a similar type. This one you should get it right. Solve it. The worst that will happen is you'll make a mistake, it's okay. Yeah, you solved? You got some answer? Is that answer one of these options or you got some other answer? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it could be none of the above. It could be very much. Let's see. Come on. So, x is equal to a divided by b. Now, 7 divided by 3 is 2.33. But it won't take it as 2.33 because x is a float, but this operation is an integer operation because both operands are integers. You understand that? You understand the working of data types? If one of them would be a float, this would be a floating point operation, but both of them are integers, so this will be treated as an integer operation. That means this part will just give you 2. Are you clear? 3 into 2 is 6. That is the quotient part. Did you understand this? Plus, again, percentage. Percentage is an operation that you do only for integers. So again, both of them are integers. You will get the remainder of this operation. Remainder of this operation is 1. 7 divided by 3. 3 into 2 is 6. 1 is the remainder. So this becomes 1 plus 2.0. I'll write it like that only. 2.0 multiplied by a divided by b. Again, a divided by b. Now, a divided by b is 2.33. If it was just a divided by b, it would have just taken 2 because both of them are integers and the operation would be an integer operation. Had this been multiplied by just 2, not 2.0, just 2, then it would be 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 would have been your answer. If you pick 7 as the answer, that's the mistake you made because you did not pay attention on this 0.0. That is the catch of this question. 2 written as just 2 means it's an integer, which means all of them are integers. That means it would be treated as an integer operation, and 7 divided by 3 would just give you a 2. But because it is written as 2.0, people say, sir, what is the difference between writing 2 and 2.0? It's a world of a difference. The moment you write it as 2.0, you have told the system that you are working this as a floating point operation. That means this whole operation, this operation where my finger is spanning, will be treated as a floating point operation. And floating point operation, that means this result will be treated as a floating point result. So 7 divided by 3 will give you 2.33 multiplied by 2, that is 4.66, 4.67, that is the rounding part, however you want to take it. So this multiplied by 2.3333, it goes on forever. So this becomes 4.67 plus 3, 7.67 is your final answer. If this is the answer that you got, your understanding of operations, data types, integers and floats is very clear. I say once again, if this fraction was not written, if this was written as 2, then the answer would have been 7. Please tell me, did you understand this? Now, shall we go ahead? Come on. Now, I've got a very interesting question for you. The smile on my face indicates that. This is a question when you take VIVA during college exams. So, Mumbai University, I think, has C only as a lab subject. So, you will be having VIVAs when you are going to give that practical exam. Out of 25 marks, 15 will be for the pracs, 10 marks will be for what you answer when they ask you questions. So, this is a very typical question, and invariably students make a wrong answer. Invariably students say it's not even a valid statement. What do you think? Int x is equal to 2 exclamation is equal to 3 bracket close question mark 4 quotation colon 5 semicolon. Is this even a statement? Does this even make sense? Or is it a very good question? You tell me. What's the answer? What's the value of x after this operation? Is this invalid? No, it's a perfectly, let me just remove this option for you. It is a perfectly valid statement. What is this? This is called conditional statement, also called ternary if. This, my friend, this is if and else, correct? Normally, how do you write if and else? If condition, you do the true part, else, then you write the false part. That is the normal way of writing if and else. This is a one-line if and else statement. It's called ternary if. It's also called conditional statement in C. Very popular. Because I'm from Mumbai, I teach in physical classrooms in Mumbai. I'm very well versed with the syllabus and the question papers of Mumbai. That doesn't mean it doesn't work for India. It's the same. C is the same, whether you learn in Mumbai or India or anywhere in the world. But in Mumbai question papers, this as a theory question, when C was a theory paper up until last semester, this was a question that would come in 4 out of 5 papers or 4 out of 6 papers max. That is how important this was, because it's so confusing for students, to those who don't know. Those who know, it's very simple. But those who don't know, they think this is an invalid statement. It's a perfectly valid statement. So x is equal to, you see this question mark? The part before the question mark is your condition. What is the condition? If whatever is this condition, okay? If this condition is true, this is the result. This is the true part. And if the condition is false, this is the result. So true means 4, false means 5, which means the possible values of x are either 4 or 5, depending upon whether the condition is true or false. Now, what is the condition? 2 not equal to 3. That exclamation equal to means not equal to. So if 2 is not equal to 3, 2 is not equal to 3, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 2 is not equal to 3, that means your condition is true. If your condition is true, it will do the true part. The true part is 4. So the value of x after this operation is 4. We'll never write this in the real world. In the real world, you'll write int x is equal to 4. These are questions which are used to check the programming skill and the knowledge of the student. This is what separates the cream of the crowd from the regular students. So, as I said, for me, it's a favorite question. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, and you learned something from this. If something like this comes in the exam, you should be able to answer. If I change this from 2 not equal to 3 or to 2 equal to 3, this is how you write 2 equal to 3. Now, if I write 2 equal to 3, that means the condition is false. That means x should have been 5. Are you clear? So this is the condition, this is the true part, this is the false part. In our case, the condition is true. So the true part, that means x is equal to 4 is your final answer. Now, let's go to the next one. All right. So one more very interesting question. In C, what does this statement mean? What does this operation mean? A caret 2. Many people think there is nothing like this. Some people think this is what? What do you think this is? A caret 2. Does this even mean anything in C? Of course it does. Is this A raised to 2 like how we write in mathematics? No. No. Is it A base 2, the opposite of raised to? Whether that means A becomes binary 2? No, that is wrong even. What is this? This is A XOR 2. This is how you write XOR. Now, just to give you 1 minute understanding, because I just want to give you the answer. If you just want the answer, you can get it from anywhere. The idea is to understand the subject, understand these small things. So I'm going to take the opportunity to teach you whatever I can, being a teacher. So, XOR. So there are 3 logic gates. There is AND gate, which means it will give you a 1 only when both inputs are 1. There is an OR gate, which gives you a 1 when anything is 1. And there is an XOR, which means exclusive, which means it will give you a 1 when both of them are different from each other. These are binary operations. When you learn subjects like logic circuits, microprocessors, microcontrollers, my subjects, you learn all this much more. So, suppose I have 2 binary bits, okay, 2 bits, and I'm going to do an operation between them. Which operation? I just mentioned 3 operations, AND, OR, XOR. If you do an AND, you will get a 1 only for this case, because it means both of them, this is 1 and this is 1, so answer is 1. Simple. AND gate, both of them should be 1. OR gate, this is 1 or this is 1, which means anything is 1. Even if both of them are 1, you'll get a 1. So you'll get a 1 for all these 3 cases. But if you do XOR, see, if you're a first year student, you have not done logic gate, so you might be wondering, what is this used for? They have massive use. In my book, which I've written for C, which is also available as part of the course, I've given very detailed examples of interesting cases where this would be used in the real world. Okay, what's the point of learning something if you don't know how to use it in the real world? Otherwise, it's just bookish knowledge. So I've given examples. As you learn more of engineering, as you move into the subjects that I just spoke about, you will use them a lot. Anyway, so XOR means exclusive OR. What does the word exclusive mean? If I have something that nobody else has in the room, then it is called exclusive. Only one of them has it. So exclusive OR means they should be exclusive, which means they should be different from each other. 0, 0. Are they different? No. 1, 1. Are they different? No. 0, 1. Yes, they are different from each other. One of them is 0, the other is 1. One of them is 1, the other is 0. So this is how XOR gate behaves. So when you write A XOR 2, the value of A, suppose let's say A is, take any value, let's say 5. 5 in binary is 0, 1, 0, 1. No, I don't memorize this. There is a way to calculate it. Please tell me you know that, right? 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 8, 4, 2, 1. So 4 plus 1. Anyway, you don't know that. Please learn how to convert a number into binary. Right now, just take it from me. So let's say A is 5. 5 is this. 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. Now, when you XOR them, follow the same rules that I told you. You don't even need to look at the table. That table is called truth table. You don't need to look at it. Just use your common sense. XOR means they should be different. Only then the answer will be 1. They are different. They are different. They are different. They are same. So this is your answer, which is nothing else but 7. So in this operation, if A was 5, 5 XORed with 2 would give you the result as 7. Anyway, just showing you what the operation was. The question doesn't have to explain the operation. The question is, what is this? This means logical XOR. So there are 3 logic gates, I repeat for the last time: AND, OR and XOR. AND is written as AND, OR is written as a pipe, a single line, vertical line, and XOR is written as this. So if I write A and B, I'm doing a logical AND. If I write A or B, I'm doing a logical OR. And if I write A XOR B or A XOR 2, that means I'm doing a logical XOR. So this was your 5th question. I was going to do only 5, but just felt like doing one more. Bonus question, you could think of it as. Let's go to the next one, the last question for the day. What does this operation mean? Come on. Is this a valid statement? A greater than 2. What does this mean? Does this mean A is greater than 2? No, that would have been 1 greater than. No? Does this mean A is much greater than 2? Because there are 2 greater than. So very, very greater than 2. You know, in arithmetic expressions, we do that when you have to neglect something. A is much larger than this, so it can be neglected. Remember? So is it something like that? No. A raised to 2. Yeah, this looks like A raised to 2. No, this is not A raised to 2. So what is this? This is A right shifted by 2. Very typical. If you plan to give gate exam, see to it that you know this. I've seen this being used a lot in different gate questions. This double arrow on the right side means right shifted. Similarly, on the left side means left shifted. And by how many positions? That is what is written over here. So A double arrow 2 on the right means right shifted by 2. So let's again take an example. Suppose A was 12. So 12 in binary is 1, 1, 0, 0. 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay, I don't memorize this. You should know how to calculate, convert a number into binary on the spot. When you learn my subjects, you learn those. Right now, if you know the trick, that's 8421. Otherwise, just use a calculator. Anyway, so suppose A is this. When you right shift it once, this 0 goes out, this 0 comes here, this 1 comes here, this 1 comes here, this 0. You understand, right? Everything has been shifted. So these 2 1s have come here. It's as simple as that. 1, 1, 0 has come over here, and this nothing came from the other side, so you got a 0. Anyway, so you got 0, 1, 1, 0. This is right shifted once. Right shifted again would give you 0, 0, 1, 1. So those 2 1s got right shifted by 2 places. So 12 became 6, became 3. So every time you right shift a number, you divide it by 2. Every time you left shift a number, you multiply it by 2. That's the other thing about binary. Binary is very interesting when you learn it. What is the use of this? Again, these have massive real world uses. I'll give you one simple example. Suppose the value that I'm giving out in binary goes and connects to LEDs. Okay, each line, consider each bit over here corresponding to an LED. When you learn microprocessors, you'll put out this number on a port. On those port lines, you'll connect an LED. So it's not rocket science. It's something very basic that can be done within minutes. So if these lines are connected to LEDs, right now these 2 LEDs are on, these 2 are off. So look at this, my finger. 4 LEDs, these 2 are on. You right shift and send it. These 2 become on. You right shift and send it. These 2 become on. You put this in a loop. You'll get this kind of running light effect on LEDs, which you see in turn indicators in cars. you take it to a bigger number, you can make musical fountains, you can make proper light shows. When you see those light shows where you see lights moving in different directions, images created by the LEDs, for a layman, yeah, that is wow. For an engineering student, it's all programming. As long as you're good at programming, you can figure out what is the program that's doing that whole thing. Anyway, so these were all the MCQ questions which I wanted to discuss over here. Hope you enjoyed learning them. I will, if you did, please do write to me, reach out to me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you do, so that I can encourage and create more such videos for you and solve more questions. A whole bunch of these questions, 250 plus MCQ questions, are there on my website, bharatacharyaeducation.com. They are a part of the C programming course. It's not just these MCQs. There are 40 whole videos. Each video is about an hour, where I've explained every topic, right from the beginning, installing C, writing hello world, mastering printf and scanf, creating variables, int, float, char, all types of variables, expressions, if else, switch case, functions, arrays, nested functions, recursive functions, structures, pointers. I've gone beyond the syllabus of most universities into DSA syllabus, pointers, linked lists, modifying linked lists, and so on. So yeah, I don't hold back. When I teach, whatever I know, I try to put it. I just have to, at some place you have to stop before you do make an overload of information. Anyway, so all of that is there in the course. There are lecture notes for every video. There is a whole proper theory booklet of notes also, which is in the form of a PDF. There are paper solutions of different universities, Mumbai University, Karnataka University, many gate questions, etc. Wherever I see, I keep seeing question papers. Students send me, we have students from all over the country, they send me questions. Whenever I see something really interesting, I note it down so that when I make a video, I put all these interesting questions together. So you'll see a bunch of solved questions. Learn C properly. It will be your foundation for learning any language beyond this, whether it's Java, Python, Oracle, whatever you want to learn, the skill of programming is the same. Acquire the skill with C. And yes, if you're preparing for interviews, you should know C very well. Okay, hope to see you on my website. Wish you all the best. It's not just C programming. There are various courses. The whole bunch of courses is there over here. C, microprocessors, microcontrollers, computer organization. I teach all these subjects. I teach embedded systems also, computer graphics also. I haven't got the time to make the course for it, but hopefully we'll make them soon. Hope to see you on my website. Wish you all the best. Do well. Have a good one.